Hello everyone. In this video I will focus on the new research tree regarding Alliance Conquest. With the last update we got these two new research trees, one regarding Alliance Conquest and one regarding the Siege of Winterfell. Note that for the new researches for Alliance Conquest and Siege of Winterfell, we need to use a new type of books, the Combat Manual. It is a special item that is used only on these researches, like the Ancient Scriptures for the T5 researches or the research notes for the Great City researches. The Combat Manual has appeared in the VIP shop, where you can get 5 of them for 5,000 diamonds, 1,000 diamond each. It also has appeared in the Valor shop of AC and Siege of Winterfell and in the respective rewards from the events. I will focus on the Siege of Winterfell research tree in another video, as although they have similarities, it has some important differences and I will discuss them separately. Let's now focus on the Alliance Conquest research tree. In the first research, we can see that you can increase the troops you get in AC from 3 million up to 4 million. Note that this is regarding the troops you can get in Alliance Conquest, as I have seen some confusion regarding people thinking that it increases your army size. No, your army size stays the same, you can just get more than 3 million troops with this research. The second research is about marching speed, which you can increase up to 30%. Same with healing in the third one, which you can increase up to 80%. Then we get base troop defense and base troop health researches, with the last level increasing them up to 10. Next we have the counter ratio increase, where you can increase your counter, for example cavalry versus infantry, up to 10% additional to the counter that you already have. We also have some rally marching speed, which you can increase up to 30%. And then the base attack comes, which you can increase again up to 10. The final troop stats that we get regards the damage dealt, which you can increase up to 5%. This is quite important. It is not attack stats, but it's damage dealt, which is calculated after, as I will discuss in a bit. The last research is about the initial points that you get. As you have seen that some people get like 100 points, some people 300, 500 and goes on. This increases your initial points up to 100, and for example if you have like 70 members joining, then your alliance will get 7k points more from the initial points. My general view on this research is that it is in general good, both the amount of troops that you can increase and the stats. Regarding the troop size increase, 3 million is actually really small nowadays with the army size that we have. It was already 3 million back when we had 500 or 600k army size in the early days of AC, and we could set like 5 or 6 marches with 3 million and in order to reinforce different castles. Now we can send like 2 marches and a third half one. So the 1 million increase would actually be quite important in order to be more flexible on what we do with the troops during the game. Regarding the stats given, thankfully it is not yet again another research giving 10% troop stats, troop attack or troop health for example, as in other research trees like the Great City one. The stats included are very good. They are the more modern stats like base attack and goes on. 10 base attack that you can get from here works much more than some percentage that you get from other researches. If you want to see how you can calculate what percentage base attack is equivalent to, you can watch my video for it, as it basically depends on your own stats too. Also the counter and the damage increase stats are very good too, as they are applied after the base damage is calculated, which calculates the stats that you have, the base attack that you have and goes on, and is added on top of that. They basically apply the same thing. They add, for example, 10% counter and 10% increased damage adds 10% more damage to what you have. The difference is that the damage increase is applied after the counter increase is calculated and on top of that. Regarding the marching speed, both the troop marching speed and the rally marching speed, it can be nice, although it will not be that game changing, as most of the people use a lot of speed ups either way, but especially the rally one can help a lot alliances that do not use rally speeds in order to be able to go faster to the target. Regarding the initial points, which is the last research event, I don't see it as a big advantage to be honest. Although you get more points in your alliance, as I said, 70 members having this can mean like 7k more points in the beginning. But don't forget that the enemy alliance can take them during the battle too, which happens for the majority of players usually in the matches, and so the difference it will make will be minimal for the only very few players that will manage to keep them. So if only 10 players manage to keep them, this is 1k difference, which of course can be decisive for very close matches, but it's not that game changer as the rest. In conclusion, I think that the research tree will be important and will be game changer next seasons in AC. The ones that will have it will have a big advantage in terms of stats and of course in terms of the troops that they are able to bring in the battlefield. 100 people bringing 3 million troops is 300 million troops. Bringing 4 million troops is 100 million troops more on top of that. So it can be quite game changer. Thank you a lot for watching the video and do not hesitate to leave a comment or a question.